A very good morning to all of my students. Today in my class Eureka, we are going to learn something about HCF. We all know that HCF means highest common factor. But what does it actually mean? What do you mean by HCF, or how do we find it out? You have been given a lot of classes in your schools, but we need to find out what do you mean by HCF. So for instance, just take the numbers 24 and 16. If we find out the factors of 24 and 16, first let us take 24. 24 can be written as 1 into 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. So the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, and 24. And remember, these numbers consist of prime as well as composite numbers, and obviously one is a unique number. Similarly, 16 can be written as 1 times 16, 2 into 8, and 4 into 4. So the factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So the common factors of 24 and 16 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. But the highest common factor between these two numbers is 8. Now we need to remember that we have taken all the types of numbers, that means the prime numbers as well as the composite numbers. But going forward in this particular class, we are going to find out the HCF of the given numbers with the help of prime factorization method. We are not going to take the composite numbers into account. We are only going to do it with prime factors. Today we are going to learn how to find the HCF of three different numbers by their prime factorization method. We'll take the examples 24, 32, and 60. 24 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Similarly, 32 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That means 5 times 2. And 60 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So we have broken down all the numbers into their prime factors, and this is how it has been written. So if we write down the common factors of 24, 32, and 60, this is how it actually looks like. We actually write it in this form. And let's mark down the common factors of all these numbers. So if you can see the red circles, so the mark in red, if you see the number 2 is occurring in 24, 32, and 60 once, and again it's occurring twice. That means 2 is occurring twice in all these three numbers. Apart from that, we don't have any number which is common. So what do we take? All these three as one unit, and the next one also as another unit. That means 2 times 2 is occurring in all the three numbers. So we write these numbers in this way. HCF of then these three numbers becomes 2 times 2, which is actually equal to 4. Now suppose in case 3 was there in one of the numbers. So what we would have taken is 2 times 2, and then the 3 that was there, we would have taken that. Let's take one more example of 120, 144, and 160. If we break down the numbers into their factors, we will see that 120 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Similarly, 144 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 4 times 2 times 3 times 3. And 160 can be similarly written as what you can see over here. So the common factors of these numbers are 2, which is actually occurring thrice. If you look at it, they are occurring thrice. So the HCF of these three numbers is all these 2's that are occurring thrice. We take it as 1 unit. So there are actually 3 units of 2, which we actually bring down. And so HCF is 2 times 2 times 2, which is actually equal to 8. Let's take one more example of 33, 65, and 98. So if we break the numbers into their factors, 33 can be written as 3 times 11, 65 can be written as 5 times 13, and 98 can be written as 2 times 7 times 7. If you look at it, in fact, we have been taking all the prime factors for the previous examples as well as this example. Since no factor is common between them, the HCF of the given numbers is 1. So let's take one more example, 160, 220 and 260. If we break down the numbers into the respective prime factors, we see that the common factors in all the numbers are 2 times 2 times 5. So the HCF of the given numbers 160, 220 and 260 is 2 times 2 times 5, which is equal to 20. One more example of 75, 95 and 120. 75 can be broken down into 3 times 5 times 5. 95 can be written as 5 into 19. And again, if you look at all the numbers, these are all prime factors of their numbers. 120 can be written in the similar form, 2 times 2 multiplied 3 multiplied by 5. Now, if you look at the red circles, the common factors of 75, 95 and 120 is 5. So the HCF of all these three numbers is 5. So students, hope you understood the concept of highest common factor, HCF, and the way to find out the common factors with the prime factorization method. There are more methods which will be coming on my next classes and videos. Keep watching, and thank you for watching Eureka.